Hey y'all, Eric here with another LGBT history video moment. Today I'm spotlighting someone from history that I personally knew and interacted with. Back in the day, my first run living in Charlotte and being an out black gay guy and involved in the community at that time. Today's spotlight is on Sue Henry. And here she is in a photo that was taken during a campaign of hers. That is her, the second from the left. That's Sue Henry. And so I'll now read some information about her. And so how I came to know Sue was that she owned a bookstore called Rising Moon Books and Beyond. This bookstore was created and it was on East Boulevard, which was the neighborhood back in the day. And very much like in beginnings of Noda, the Noda neighborhood, um, the East Boulevard actually gave birth to that. But not only did she own this bookstore, and it was an LGBTQ bookstore in Charlotte owned by her, she was also a prominent lesbian activist in the area, and she became the first lesbian to run for mayor in the city. She ran for mayor in 1995, and that picture that you're looking at is from that campaign. The bookstore also served as an unofficial LGBTQ community center for individuals in Charlotte before Charlotte actually had its own LGBT community center at the time. My connection to Sue was when I served on the steering committee for Out Charlotte, which was a precursor to Charlotte Pride. Out Charlotte, at the time, it was against the law for us to have a parade because it was looked at as a political statement. And so we actually put on a Saturday. Our festival was essentially 2 weeks long, culminating in a big party in the atrium part of a bank downtown on a Saturday night, and in church services on Sunday. And all through the 2 weeks and around the city were different events going on. At that time, the film festival happened at the same time as our festival. There were plays going on, there were music events going on, and then culminating throughout the week of more specific events geared towards the LGBT community. Sue Henry was involved in that. She was not a direct member of our steering committee at the time, but she was very heavily involved. And I remember her willingness to always help and to always participate. So today, I salute Sue Henry for her work in the community, for her entrepreneurship of opening that bookstore that actually allowed me to go to that store and start learning about the community and to participate in things, and her courage and willingness in a hostile environment at the time to run for mayor. So thank you, Sue. And this concludes today's LGBT History Moment. I'll see you on the next one.